I fall like a vet, nigga, ain't no beginner. I keep it up like a nigga a winner. I got the ice like I made out of winner. Bro, keep it drumming, we ain't talking sinners. They breaking necks as soon as I enter. Stay making money like I'm a breadwinner. My shorty from overseas, yeah. I think I need me Rosetta. I fall like a vet, nigga, ain't no beginner. I keep it up like a nigga a winner. I got the ice like I made out of winner. Bro, keep it drumming, we ain't talking sinners. They breaking necks as soon as I enter. Stay making money like I'm a breadwinner. My shorty from overseas, yeah. I think I need me Rosetta.
See how the two niggas tryna fuck with me. Two-seater, I got Chuck with me. And we ain't never get the.
Hey, what up, y'all? TSK, Top Savage Channel family. Lately I've been getting harassed, y'all. I've been getting harassed really bad. And I'm just playing, not really harassed, but everybody just been asking me, hey, Slims, man, can you teach me how to feed my dog, like how you feed your dogs? Because I try everything. They done try from Bully Max to Victor to Diamond. Did everything they could for their dogs. Their dogs either won't eat or their dogs won't gain weight. I'm like, bro, you gotta learn your dog first. Cause just like how we is as picky eaters, we don't like eating all type of things, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know your dog. But I will show you guys how I feed my dog. And I've been feeding about probably like 60 different dogs like this, you feel me? Like 60 different dogs like this. Hey, be quiet. They hungry right now. Be quiet. No, she's never be quiet. They hungry right now, so that's why they barking. They hungry. So it's early, so I was like, you know what? I'm about to feed them. Let me just quickly make this little video, show y'all how I feed my dogs. First step is, I'm gonna tell y'all this. When you about to feed your dog early in the morning, always make sure you walk your dog first. Cause you don't wanna just give your dog a whole bunch of food this early, and then your dog is tired, is feeling all type of, you feeling all fatigue and all that. You wanna walk your dog first before you feed your dog early in the morning. Walk your dog for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Make sure your dog like wake up, you feel me? Make sure your dog clean all that poop in their stomach, piss all that urine out. Make sure your dog's stomach is empty. Walk your dog, get your dog hungry first. Cause mind you, the way we about to feed these dogs, it's a lot of protein, a whole lot of calcium. It's a whole lot of thing in here. So it's gonna be heavy on your dog's belly, and you wanna make sure your dog can take that. You don't want your dog to be halfway full from the day previous. So walk your dog all the time before you feed your dog. Before every meal, make sure your dog get a lot of exercise, because exercise is the main key. You feel me? It's the main key. You can't just feed your dog and your dog's not getting no type of exercise. You can't just jump straight into feeding your dog, you get what I'm saying? So, I like to give my dogs goat milk. As y'all can see, goat milk, man. This stuff right here, this stuff is good. I'm telling you, this is way better than cow milk. This is way better than, and you know why this is so good? Because it won't give your dog diarrhea. It won't give your dog diarrhea. Goat milk is, and diarrhea ain't good for the dog. It really ain't. Cause you give your dog diarrhea, you give your dog goat milk, cow milk, my bad. You give your dog cow milk, and then it's gonna make your dog have an upset stomach. It's gonna make your dog probably barf, probably throw up. It's gonna make your dog start pooping that way, shitting that way, and that's not good, cause diarrhea could make your dog lose a lot of weight. A lot of weight just in one day. I'm telling you this right now from a professional dog people. You feel me? I'm not saying I'm the best of the best, but shit. My dog's always good. Every time I take my dogs to the vet be like, yo, your dog is healthy. My dog is never overweight and they never underweight. If my dogs is heavy, let's believe they built. You know what I'm saying? My dogs is always good. And I've been doing this for like, professionally, I've been breeding for 3 years professionally. You feel me? Like legally and professionally, 3 years. I've been dealing with dogs since I was about 8, 9. So y'all gotta take my word for it. I do what I do. I'm just recording videos for those that want me to record the video. But yeah, too much talking. And then what I like to do is at least once a week or 3 times a month, I like to deworm my dogs. Because when your dog go outside, they put grass in their mouth. Sometimes you don't see what they put in their mouth. And then those type of things have bacteria on it, because the grass from outside have bacteria on it from other animals going on there and all that. And then it can give your dog worms. And then that's another reason why your dog won't gain weight. Your dog might have worms and then your dog is still eating and won't gain weight. And then your dog might have worms and won't have an appetite, because worms also cause your dog not to have an appetite. So I get them this right here. It's a big word I can't say. I'm gonna try to say it out loud. Parental, promote. Bro, this is right. Like, you didn't, like, this is right here. But you give your dog about 1.5 ml, grab a syringe, and give your dog about 1.5 ml, put it in their mouth, or you can put it on their food. It's up to you however you want to. But I'd rather just put it directly to their mouth. That's just how I roll, because I don't like putting it on their food, because sometimes when you put it on their food, they won't eat the food, because my dogs, they picky eaters. And you might have a picky eater too. But let's get to the video, y'all. All right. So what I like to do is, I like to give them the dry food first. It don't matter what dry food you use. You can use any dry food, because it don't matter if you use cheap dry food. Just as long as your dog don't have no allergic reaction to it. That's the reason why I would never tell somebody what type of dry food to use for their dogs, because some dogs have allergic reaction to certain dry food. But at the same time, we also have a plan B for that. Even if your dog do have allergic reaction, your dog still can take that certain dry food that you could afford to get to your dog. And I would tell you on what to do in case if your dog do have allergic reaction, as in they start itching a lot, as in they start getting little red marks on their body and all that. All you gotta do is just add a little coconut oil, or add egg, or add a little vegetable oil. I forgot vegetable oil right here too, because vegetable oil help with the coat. It help clean the coat. It help make the coat shinier. It help regrow any patches your dog might have. It grow them hair the hair back out. You know what I'm saying? My bad, y'all. Like I said, it's 8:19. I don't usually be up this early, bro. I be sleep till like 11, cause I be falling asleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning. So. Just a little bit. You don't want to put too much dry food, because you put too much dry food, you won't put too much food with all the meat and the powder and the egg and the goat milk. That's gonna be too much food for your dog. And you feel me? And you don't want to overwhelm your dog with too much food. You overwhelm your dog with too much food, your dog not gonna eat it. But since I'm only feeding 2 pups, I'm gonna pour some of each bowl. Just a little bit, you know. Just a little bit. And then you don't want to put too much oil. So I'm gonna just use the cap to measure it. Be careful, just use your cap. You pour it. I'm gonna add 3 scoops. Pour it. Snow Chanel, just chill, daddy coming. Pour it. Now you do the same thing. Pour it. You pour it. You pour it. That's it, man. It's simple. You don't gotta do too much. You could be all fancy all you want, but I ain't all that fancy because I'm tired. I ain't doing all that right now. You feel me? Y'all lucky I get a video this early, so be grateful. And then, oh yeah, multivitamin. Because you know, your dog need their vitamins too, just like a human does. You gotta give this to your dog every single day faithfully, at least twice a day. You feel me? At least twice a day, every day, faithfully till they die, you gotta give it to them. Okay? From birth to death, every day. My bad, y'all. My bad, I'm tripping. But yeah, you get the memo, right? Every day till they die, faithfully, right? Faithfully. You be faithful to feed your dog every day, and faithful to give your dog their multivitamins every day. Because what is the multivitamin good for, Slams? Well, it treats skin and coat, it treats the immune system, and it treats the hip and joint. You can't be feeding your dog and have your dog gaining weight and then working your dog out and not give your dog multivitamins, because you're gonna put too much pressure on their thighs. on their legs, you feel me? On their hinds. And then their hip joint will start catching arthritis. So you want to make sure your dog is well secure with a vitamin. Just listen to me, bro. I know what I'm talking about, okay? You feel me? So I like to give them like a good little mouth. It's up to you how you want. You feel me? I do what I want. You do what you want. It's up to you. Follow the video. I just give it probably like 6, 7 each. Yeah. 6, 7 each. Just buy it. It's just supplements, y'all. Supplements, that's it. Ain't nothing too fancy. Supplements. Then, like I said, I'm big on giving my dogs vitamins. And you got to. Mind you, these are American bullies. You might have a pit bull, American bully, a bulldog, a French bully. These are dogs that was meant to be built, meant to be stocky, meant to be cocky. You want to make sure the dog is receiving the amount of nutrient that your dog requires as a dog to get big and build like you want it to. So I also give my dog baby formula, you know, because baby formula is good for the immunity. Also has vitamins as in vitamin A, C, and D, and it has iron and zinc in it. So I give my dog baby formula. You can get the same baby formula like I do from Walmart, or get your dog any baby formula that you like, that you prefer. You know what I'm saying? Anything. So, there's 3 scoops. 1, 2, simple. Ain't nothing to it, man. Ain't nothing to it. 1. Hey, be quiet. Be quiet. I'm gonna feed you. Damn, man, I'm gonna feed you. Just relax. All that barking and hollering, man, early in the morning, man. Yeah, and then you gonna crack the eggs. A lot of people like giving their dogs shells and all that. I used to give my dogs the whole shell, but I'm like, I don't feel too comfortable seeing my dog poop this shell out. You feel me? So I don't really give my dog no shell. You feel me? That's up to you, but I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend giving your dog the shell with it. You feel me? So you'll just crack it. Just a little crack right there. You feel me? Just 1. I always give my dogs 2 each. Chill out. Alright, what up? Like I said, I'm tired. Don't judge me. Judge your mom. But yeah, right there. Just another one there. And then, see, 2 eggs each. Let me show y'all how this look like. Ain't nothing fancy to it. Ain't nothing fancy to it. Let me see. Look. See? Ain't nothing fancy to it. See? Simple, man. Simple. And then we got ground beef. Because you want to give your dog meat, that protein, you know what I'm saying? You could also give your dog 1 chicken breast or a drum. I usually give my dogs drums, but they run out of drums. And always boil the chicken. If you're gonna give your dog raw meat, always boil it. Don't ever cook it, don't ever smoke it, and don't ever grill it. Always boil it, man. Because you don't want to give your dog cooked meat. Because cooked chicken is gonna hurt your dog's stomach, it's gonna upset it, especially the bone. The bone gonna get sharp, and then when the bone gets sharp, it's gonna puncture the belly. You don't want that. So if you're gonna give your dog chicken breast, you're gonna always boil it. But we got ground beef, so we don't need to do that. You feel me? We got ground beef, so we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna cut it open. You're gonna cut it open. And mind you, this right here will work on anybody's budget. Anybody's budget. Because you can't get a dog and you can't afford to feed it. And I'm giving y'all the best way to feed your dog on any budget, no matter if you're making money, not making money. And then if you're homeless, I don't know what you're doing with the dog. But I'm sure, see, all this is dropping. It's like, whatever. See? So yeah, just a good little mouth. A good little mouth. That's it, nothing fancy. Cause I ain't fancy, yeah. I ain't all that fancy stuff. Just a good little amount. Then, also give them lechon meat, made with pork. How do we pronounce that? Lechon meat. Cause like I said, my dogs are picky eaters. And I learned my dog what they like. They like anything with pork flavor, pork smell. So I try to give them whatever they like so they can eat whatever. So you can do the same thing with your dog. If your dog don't like it, find an artist who likes, find something else. You know what I'm saying? Find something else. You can give your dog Spam, it don't matter. It's up to you. So yeah, this was Snow Chanel, feeding 2 dogs. Snow Chanel. So yeah.